ahead, Rob.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2020 UIL Boys Basketball State Championships Virtual Awards Recognition Ceremony. We're here today to recognize the achievements of the qualifying boys basketball teams on their journey to the State Championships Conference 4A. The UIL staff would like to welcome all the athletes, parents, fans, and school faculty following along with us on this live stream. With us today and representing the UIL is Executive Director Dr. Charles Breithaupt, Director of Athletics Dr. Susan Elza, and Assistant Athletic Directors and your tournament directors, Joseph Garman and Brandy Bell. To kick us off, Dr. Breithaupt has a few words for our teams.
Thank you, Rob. I want to first say thanks to our staff for doing such a sterling job putting together the state tournament, even though we didn't get to finish. And they did even more work in trying to find a way for us to resurrect the tournament and finish what we couldn't complete back in March. It's very disappointing for all of us. And I'm so proud of Dr. Elza and Brandy Belk and Joseph Garman for the work that they've done to support basketball. If you didn't know, we have 4 basketball coaches that work on our staff on a full-time basis. So we are basketball oriented in that manner. So we want you to know how hard it was for us to not be able to have our tournament. For me personally, having coached in the state tournament and been a witness to it for many, many years, back to when I was a kid, I can tell you that the most difficult decision we've ever made here is to not have the state tournament. But we had little choice, as you know. Once schools were dismissed for the year, and then all the governor's directives and the commissioner's rules didn't allow us to come back. And even the NBA now is not back, and the college basketball council, right after we did, they're not back. No other state association finished after we did. So it's just heartbreaking. And I hate it for our seniors, and I hate it for the fans, particularly the parents of those seniors who wanted that closure. But my heart always goes to our coaches. Having been one and walked in those shoes, I know what this means. And I've known Coach Perkins for a long time, been a witness to his great coaching and the work that he does getting his team from start to finish. It would have been fun to see what that looked like. Argyle's been here before and they won it before. And I know he was looking forward for that chance. I haven't met Coach Montano, but I know Stafford, and I know the work he's done over there to resurrect their program. And I know that they've not been here in a while. And in 91, I was able to coach against Stafford. And, I saw them. And then the next year, they won the state championship. So they know what it means. And then Coach Wise, I've known for a long time, have a great deal of respect for the work that he does with his team. And he's been to the state tournament numerous times and won it. In fact, in 2014, he broke my team's state scoring record. And I was glad for him to get that so that he can get the criticism rather than me. But he does a tremendous job juggling what he has at Yates and just does an outstanding job, Coach. And really proud of the Yates Lions and their legacy. And I haven't met Coach Thomas. I saw him from afar last year when they won for the first time ever in the history of their school a state championship in their first trip. So these 4 teams, let me just tell you, 4A, it's fierce. I coached most of my career in 4A. I can tell you, I would not want to be in that conference because look at their record and look at who they played. Probably a national schedule would not be enough to say how difficult it's been. They played mostly 5A, 6A schools all year long. They did play a national schedule. Some even played an international schedule. So I'm just saying this would have been so much fun to watch. And I hate it as a fan not to be able to see the conclusion of this tournament. Oak Cliff beat Yates last year, and I know that Yates wanted to get redemption. And I'm sorry we didn't get to see those matchups. But I'm glad our coaches are with us today. I'm really proud of what they've done in the class and integrity in which they've held themselves. And it really makes me proud to say I'm from Texas because our Texas basketball is as good as anywhere in the country. And this conference, and Conference 4A, is proof of that. Back to Rob.
Thank you, Dr. Breithaupt. And now let's meet our first Conference 4A school. Making their 4th appearance at state after compiling a season record of 33-4 are the Eagles of Argyle High School. Joining us for the recognition is Superintendent Talina Wright, Principal John King, Athletic Director Todd Rogers, and the head coach of the Argyle Eagles is Russell Perkins. He's assisted by Aaron Mauser, Nick Price, and Randy Salyers. At this time, Coach Perkins would like to say a few words.
Well, thank you very much. And I want to thank, again, like everybody, the UIL and the work that they've put on trying to get this done. And I know we've talked many times about trying to get to play, but I appreciate all that they've done. And for this to celebrate kids, again, gives us another chance to do that. We haven't got a chance to publicly thank just the people you mentioned. Our administration is awesome here at Argyle High School and celebrate kids more than just about anybody I've ever been around. But we publicly, my team would like to thank Dr. Talina Wright, our superintendent, our high school principal, John King, who's a state championship coach winner in his own right. Coach Rogers, our AD, also a state championship coach. They know what that's like to play on the biggest stage, and they just help us prepare and get to do those things. Our parents and our families, our faculty and students and community of Argyle High School, we can't thank you enough for what you do for our kids and the chance to be a part of those things that are special. We played our regional finals game in Lubbock, Texas, at Lubbock Christian University. We tipped off about 30 minutes before our girls played in the state championship game in San Antonio. And so Argyle Nation was kind of spread out across the state playing basketball. And it was an awesome year for Argyle basketball with our girls and our guys both making it to the state tournament. And that's just a fun time to get to celebrate that. Came back, we were on spring break. Our kids never really got to be in school as regional champions. And so that's one thing that I miss for them, because that's an awesome experience to come back and do all of that. During this time, when they set us at home for a long time, there weren't a whole lot of places to go and things to do. I got to watch a lot more film than I usually get to watch. And it's no surprise that those three teams that are there are really, really good. And I've got great respect, even more than I had. But just the chance to watch them when nothing else was on, I could always throw in and watch Yates and Faith Family and Stafford and just see how they do things and how they work. And I was so impressed as a group, just cumulatively, of how they really handled adversity and hard things during games, and then came back and made great plays, and of course won all those games in the playoffs. And I really think that ability to handle adversity and keep playing and make good things happen, I think that determination comes a lot from coaches, and those staffs did a great job of getting through that. And I think it's going to be one of the things you see of people who can handle this type stuff when you don't get to do things and it's not that great, that you just handle it a little better. And that next play mentality of just doing what's next and getting better, I think those coaches do a great job of pouring great things into those kids. And I want to congratulate them for doing that. Coach Montano and his Stafford staff, to watch them from the beginning of the year to where we were going to play them in San Antonio, they were playing their best basketball at the right time, and he's to be commended for that. I think Coach Thomas and his kids at Faith Family, they know how to win playoff games better than anybody else around. We've played them each of the last 3 years. In fact, I think Argyle is the last team to beat them in the playoffs. He'll talk about the other two games probably in a second that they beat us. But I think each of those 3 games, we've gotten a lot better playing them, and we've got great respect for how they do and what they do. And then, man, a long time ago, I guess it was in 1983, I went to the state tournament with my dad and watched Houston Yates play a guy named Ricky Winslow that I'd never seen. I was in high school. He's, I guess, a senior. And my goodness, Yates was unbelievable. And he was really good. Went on to the University of Houston and played the next year, I think, against Georgetown in the national championship game. And so just some amazing things. And then all through the 2000s, there is no better sound than hearing the Third Ward High chant in that stadium, and the way they support their teams is unbelievably impressive, and something that I always remember and am very jealous of the following that they have. Coach Wise is easily one of the best in the nation on getting the most out of his kids, and he definitely did that again this year. I cannot imagine the pain the Yates community has endured these last few weeks. I can't do that. But I can imagine, and I just want to say, through our collective action and what's going on, I think through us and through all of us, we can help create some systemic change that's going to help. But I congratulate all 3 of those teams. I love my guys. Our team, I thought we were really good. Played a little different than everybody else, but I thought we had a great team. I never got to hug them. Thank you for letting me be a part of what they took me on and the ride we got to go. We won our last game, and that's what we always try to do, is win the last one. and we were able to do that. But then we were on the practice court when we practicing when we were told that we probably needed to head home, never thinking that we'd never get to be together really at a time where we can hug each other and thank them. But I've tried to do that through email and see some things, but I want to thank them. I love my seniors and what they were able to do and accomplish and allow us to do. And we, just like the other 3 teams, think we could have won 2 more games, and it would have been fun to try that. But I thank them for taking our community on a great ride, and I hope that basketball and what they did this senior year, that they'll be able to take that and for the guys coming back for what they did this year in basketball, they'll be able to take forever. Again, thanks to the UIL, and we look forward for having another chance at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Perkins. And now let's meet the 2020 Argyle Eagles. A junior, number 1, Eli Randall. Junior, number 2, Craig Goodson. Junior, number 3, Skylar McCurry. Junior, number 4, Nate Atwood. Senior, number 5, Jackson Maupin. Senior, number 11, Caden Hardy. Junior, number 13, Blake Petter. Junior, number 15, Hunter Lawson. Senior, number 21, Jaden Mosley. Senior, number 22, Grant Deffenbaugh. Sophomore, number 23, Eli Valentino. Junior, number 24, Jacob Dye. Junior, number 25, Slate McMillan. Senior, number 32, Eli Watkins. Junior, number 40, CJ Rogers. Junior, number 50, Ryan Moore. And freshman, number 55, Wayne Pritz. Managers, trainers, and statisticians included Micah Splain, Shane DeBruin, Aaron Fowler, Eddie Vega, and Caitlin Thacker. Argyle finished the season with a 33-4 record. Coach Perkins and his team have represented their school with pride. We congratulate the Eagles of Argyle High School. At this time, Coach, please display your trophy.
Actually, you need to hand me shit. You just slide it over.
Once again, the Eagles of Argyle High School. We congratulate these communities, parents, school officials, players, and the entire Argyle nation on an outstanding season. And now let's meet our second Conference 4A school, making their 7th appearance at state after compiling a season record of 32-9, the Spartans of Stafford High School. Joining us for the recognition is Superintendent Dr. Bostic, Associate Athletic Director Sergio Hinojosa. The head coach of the Spartans is David Montano. Assistant coaches Joe Sanchez and Bryce Goodwin. And at this time, Athletic Director Ken Savannah would like to say a few words.
First, I'd like to say thank you to UIL, Dr. Broderick, Dr. Susan Elsler, Brandy Belt, Joseph Gorman, for your leadership in this hard time. I know it was difficult making the decisions that you had to make. To the other 3 teams that were being honored, congratulations on your seasons and what you were able to accomplish. To the Stafford community, I would like to thank you guys for our support. Dr. Bostic, our superintendent, our chief of schools, Ms. Dawn DeBose, and our CFO, Deidre Norman. Thank you guys for helping us to obtain what we were able to obtain this year. To the men that actually did the work, Coach Montana, Coach Sanchez, and Coach Goodman. Coach Montana, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for reviving a program. You did a great job at getting us back to where we needed to be. Coach Sanchez and Coach Goodwin, you did a wonderful job. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication. I would like to, before I talk about my boys, I would like to talk about our student managers. I'd like to say thank you to you young ladies who spent time daily doing stuff for these guys to help make this this process a little bit better, to help make this road a little easier to travel. And to the Spartans, the 32-9 Spartans, congratulations on an amazing season, on reaching goals that you always remember the rest of your life. 18-game win streak, being able to represent your city and your school, winning the conference, winning the regional, that those last-minute victories, those are things that you will always take you through your life. Congratulations on that, but more than that, congratulations on becoming a team and learning how to work together and working and winning for each other. There's a lot of people that were involved in this. We would like to say thank you to everyone that supported us throughout the year. Watching the other teams in our region and watching the other three teams that made it to the Final Four, I know that this would have been one of the biggest for us. Would been one of the greatest things to be able to finish the road. But since we wasn't, we are very, very honored to have been there and been one of the teams to represent. Again, thank all you guys for your support. And thank the UIL for making this platform for us.
Thank you, Athletic Director Savannah. And now let's meet the 2020 Stafford Spartans. A senior, number 2, Cameron Salewu. Sophomore, number 3, Zachorian Haynes. Junior, number 4, Dalen Presley. Senior, number 5, Mays Hightower. Senior, number 10, LaKenyon Dion Callens. Senior, number 11, Dalen Sampson. Junior, number 12, Christopher Pickery. Senior, number 13, Cameron Peters. Sophomore, number 15, Quavius Lilly. Junior, number 21, Tyron Blaze. Senior, number 22, Jace Lee. Junior, number 23, Xavier Ayala. Junior, number 24, Dorian Henry. Senior, number 30, LaMelvin Johnson. Freshman, number 32, Terrence Washington. Freshman, number 33, Glenn Bishop. And junior, number 35, Isaiah Callaghan. Managers, trainers, and statisticians involved with the team are Kalen Callister, Larry Mixon, Miss Wabasu, Bobby Kinsley, Janiyah Carter, Daisy Ojigo, Jada Marie Burwell, Adriana Narcisse, Andrew Lee, and Kenneth Ugo. Again, having completed the season with a record of 32-9, Coach Montano and his team have represented their school with pride. We congratulate the Spartans of Stafford High School. At this time, Coach, please display your trophy. Once again, the Spartans of Stafford High School. We congratulate these communities, parents, school officials, players, and the entire Stafford Nation on an outstanding season. And now let's meet our next Conference 4A school. Making their 8th appearance at the state tournament after compiling a season record of 26-4 are the Lions of Houston's Jack Yates High School. Joining us for the recognition is Athletic Director Andre Walker, Principal Tiffany Guillory. Head coach for the Lions is Greg Wise. Assistant coaches are Patrick Ogbon, Eddie Barlow, Ronnie Morgan, and Willie Patrick. And at this time, Superintendent Dr. Granita Lathan would like to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you so much to the UIL for sponsoring this virtual event today. Congratulations to the other teams that are also represented today and represent the great state of Texas. But a very special thank you and congratulations to the young men at Jack Yates High School. Just several months ago, we were also celebrating not only the basketball team's success, but this high school's team's success in being recognized as an international baccalaureate high school. I want you to know that Yates produces outstanding academic athletes. To Coach Wise, thank you. Thank you for demonstrating leadership. Thank you for coaching and mentoring our students. Our students at Jack Yates High Schools prove that the 3rd Ward of Texas, Houston, Texas, we produce outstanding young men. And to Principal Guillory, thank you for your leadership. To Athletic Director Andre Walker, I thank you. Once again, congratulations to the outstanding Jack Yates High School basketball team.
Thank you, Ms. Latham. And now let's meet the Jack Yates Lions. Senior number 1, Daryl Brown. Junior number 2, Jonathan Ross. Senior number 3, Antoine Norman. Junior number 5, Tyron Bailey. Senior number 11, Elijah Elliott. Junior number 12, Jabraylon Vaughn. Senior number 15, Reuben Jones. Sophomore number 20, Kieran McKinney. Senior number 21, Jamarcus Guy. Senior number 22, Anwar Smith. Junior number 23, Latrell Moore. Sophomore number 24, Javion Houston. Junior number 25, Joseph Ross. Senior number 32, Cameron Faltree. Senior number 33, Alan Ubadu. Senior, number 34, Mark Anthony Batts. And junior, number 35, Chooks Isiua. Managers, trainers, and statisticians involved with the team include Jalen Martin, Kalen Martin, and Mackenzie Hobson. The Yates Lions completed the season with a 26-4 record. Coach Wise and his team have represented their school with pride, and we congratulate the Lions of Houston's Jack Yates High School. At this time, please display your trophy. The Lions of Houston's Jack Yates High School. We congratulate these communities, parents, school officials, players, and the entire Jack Yates Nation on an outstanding season. And now let's meet our final Conference 4A school. Making their second appearance in state after compiling a season record of 24-13 are the Eagles of Faith Family Academy High School. Joining us for the recognition is Superintendent Molly Purcell, Principal Tin Nguyen, Consultant Dean McGuire. Head coach for the Eagles is Brandon Thomas. He's assisted by coaches Maurice Miles, Corey Cornish, Jimmy Butler, Ryan Kelly, and Ryan Fampe. At this time, head coach Brandon Thomas would like to say a few words.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thanks to the UIL for acknowledging the accomplishments of these young men, our school and our community. We know it's been challenging, so we want you to know how much we appreciate you guys in your efforts in all of this. I want to say thank you to our superintendent, Molly Purcell, and her administrative staff for their support and believing in us and giving us and empowering us to be the coaches and the leaders for these young men that we are. Thank you to Principal Nguyen and his school staff, all the teachers, counselors, and everyone that have been supportive of us throughout the year here and helping our boys stay on track in terms of everything that they're responsible for off the court. Special thanks to my coaches, Ryan Fampe, Maurice Miles, Corey Cornish, Ryan Kelly, Jimmy Butler. Those guys have been with me for 6 years now. And, it's been a journey and we're really connected. And I'm just proud to have those guys on my staff. And I want to also thank their families as well, because we know we couldn't do what we do and give all that we have to give to our kids if it wasn't for the support that we all have at home. Thank you to the parents of our kids, our student body, and the whole DFW community that supports us. And when we go on these runs here, our team this year, we finished how we wanted to finish. Winning our last game and being in the running to go and defend our state championship. It was definitely a learning experience for our guys. When you're the defending champs, everybody, they have you circled on their schedule and they're prepared for you. It's a feather in their cap to knock off a defending state champ. And, our guys carried that all year and they learned the responsibility that it takes to uphold something like that. And so to be in contention, to make it back to state 2 years in a row, definitely something we don't take lightly. We were honored to come down and contend and play again and go up against Yates again. I mean, that's a great program. Coach Wise does a great job there. Definitely one of the best coaches in the state of Texas, if not the country. His teams are always ready to go. And, we look forward to that challenge. Coach Perkins at Argyle, I mean, he's one of in my opinion, he's, if not the best X and O's guy around here in DFW. I mean, if you haven't coached against him or played against his teams, you wouldn't know that, but his teams are always ready to go. They do a good job of scouting and being prepared for their opponent. And we knew had we advanced and they advanced, it was definitely going to be a tough matchup. We played them early in the year. I think we beat them at the buzzer. So he alluded to that earlier that I would probably say that, but yeah, there are definitely some great matchups there. And Coach Montino over at Stafford, I mean, those guys have, we kept our eye on them all season. So to see them get to where they got and, to represent that Houston area, and you had two teams representing Dallas, I mean, we felt it would definitely be great support down there and just some great competition. All of those guys return quite a bit of their players for next year, and they're great programs. They're all great coaches. So I'm hoping that we all can get back there next year and truly complete this story. And last, I want to, just talk about here in the DFW area over the last couple of days, we've been reeling. We've lost a giant in the community, in the basketball community here, in Jazzy Hartwell. He's director of the Urban DFW program. He's been doing that for at least 20 years. I mean, if there's a team that's advanced to the state tournament over the last 20 years, you can bet your last dollar that there's a player in that program that played for DFW, for Urban DFW, and for Coach Jazzy Hartwell. We're all just kind of saddened. I got a chance to spend some time with him over the last few weeks. And, I'm thankful for that time. I've known him my whole life. Me and two of my coaches were a part of the first team that ever played for him. So, he's affected everyone here in this community. He's opened up so many doors for young men. He saved a lot of lives. So our hearts are truly broken right now. And all of our prayers go out to the Hartwell family, the DFW, Urban DFW community, and his two daughters, Jada and Jasmine. And with that, I just want to say thank you all. And hopefully we can, get back next year, like I said, and complete this story for Faith Family. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Thomas. And now let's meet the Oak Cliff Faith Family Academy 2020 roster. Sophomore number 0, Dallas Hobbs. Senior number 2, Javion Coleman. Sophomore number 4, TJ Caldwell. Junior number 5, Jaquez Ramey. Sophomore number 10, Trey Clayton. Senior number 12, Jaden James. Junior number 13, Makai Collins. Freshman number 14, Tylen Reed. Junior number 15, RJ Haynes. Senior number 20, Cameron Johnson. Senior number 21, Karan Muhammad. Sophomore number 23, Jordan Walsh. Senior number 24, Isaiah LeBlanc. And senior number 25, Darius Miles. Members of the management, trainers, and statistician team for Oak Cliff Faith Family include Jamie Harris, Kyle Brent, and Brandon Walker. Faith Family finished the season with a record of 24-13, and Coach Thomas and his team have represented their school with pride. We congratulate the Eagles of Faith Family Academy High School. Coach Thomas, at this time, please display your trophy. The Eagles of Oak Cliff Faith Family Academy High School. We congratulate these communities, parents, school officials, the players, and the entire Faith Family Nation on an outstanding season. And congratulations to all of our qualifying teams for the 2020 UIL Boys Basketball State Tournament. This year has challenged both your resilience and tested your perseverance. We commend each and every one of you for the hard work that you completed and all that you've accomplished. At this time, this concludes our Conference 4A award ceremony for the 2020 UIL Boys Basketball State Tournament. Thank you to everyone that joined us today, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2021. Be sure to join us at 2 p.m. for our Conference 6A recognitions.